business and money. To take something into consideration or account, meaning to consider or remember something when judging a situation. Example: no business will succeed if it fails to take the needs of the customer into account or into consideration. 2. To break into a market, meaning to enter a market with the connotation that entrance to the industry was difficult. Example: to break into the market for designer sportswear because there is too much competition from leading brands like Nike. 3. To keep someone's word, meaning to uphold one's promise to do as one says. Example: I lent him a lot of money, so I hope that he keeps his word and repays the loan. 4. To reach a consensus, meaning to come to an agreement. Example: the directors of the company have reached a consensus on the new business plan. 5. To make the most of something, meaning to make something appear as good as possible, to exploit something, to get as much out of something as is possible. Example: they designed the advertisements to make the most of the product's features. 6. To go out of business, meaning if a company goes out of business, it stops doing business permanently, especially because it has failed. If we sold food at those prices, we'd soon go out of business. 7. To do market research, meaning to collect information about what people buy and why. Example: advertising companies do a lot of market research before they design promotion campaigns. 8. To make cutbacks, meaning to decrease, to reduce. Example: the company made cutbacks at their stores in New York and many employees were dismissed. 9. To manage expectations, meaning seek to prevent disappointment by establishing in advance what realistically can be achieved or delivered by a project, undertaking, course of action, etc. Example: the company needs to manage the expectations of investors by presenting a realistic figure for next year's estimated profits. 10. To make a calculation, meaning to assess a situation and figure out or guess the outcome. Example: we cannot make a precise calculation of the price until we have all the costs. 11. To pay in arrears, meaning refers to making a payment to a supplier later than the terms of the arrangement under which goods or services were purchased from the supplier. Example: the company pays 1 month in arrears to all its suppliers and employees. 12. To buy at auction, meaning to buy something at a usually public sale of goods or property, where people make higher and higher bids or offers of money for each thing until the thing is sold to the person who will pay most. Example: buying a property at an auction can be a nerve-wracking or exhilarating experience. 13. To squander a chance or savings, meaning to waste money or supplies, or to waste opportunities by not using them to your advantage. Example: James squandered all his savings in an unsuccessful business venture to sell ice cream in Alaska. 14. Overhead cost, meaning refers to regular costs required to run a business, such as rent, electricity, wages, etc. Example: an increase in rents in the shopping mall increased the overhead costs of all the shops which operated there. 15. A takeover, meaning an act of taking over a company by buying its shares. Example: Sony made a successful takeover of the broadcasting company CBS. 16. A merger, meaning the action of joining two or more businesses into one. Example: the directors of Kentucky Fried Chicken and Burger King are considering a merger of the two companies. 17. A heavy workload, meaning having many tasks to perform. Example: many employees of the company take time off work because of illness and stress due to the heavy workload. 18. Compensation, meaning something that somebody gives you, usually money, because they have hurt you or damaged something you own. Example: I received a large sum of money as compensation for the injury which I sustained at work. 19. Revenue, meaning the money that a government receives from taxes, or which a company receives from its business. Example: the tax revenues of the government have fallen as a result of the economic crisis. 20. White collar, meaning working in an office, not a factory. Example: the insurance company is offering some white-collar jobs if you want to apply. 21. Blue-collar, meaning connected with people who do physical work in industry. Example: he's a blue-collar worker in a car factory. 22. To run your own business, meaning to have a business which you own. Example: I was tired of working for other people, so I decided to run my own business. 23. To earn a living, meaning to earn money. Example: I used to earn a living as a teacher, but now I sell used cars. 24. Enhance their public image, meaning to make their company appear more attractive to people. Example: in order to enhance their public image, some companies donate large sums of money to charities. 25. To grow a business, meaning to expand a business, usually a new one. Example: the company started 1 year ago with only one shop, but they have grown the business and now have 10 shops. 26. To gain a competitive advantage, meaning to achieve an advantage over another company or organization, often by providing the same goods or services at a lower price. Example: the high quality of VW cars combined with their affordable price has enabled the company to gain a competitive edge over all its rivals in the world markets. 27. Maximize profits, meaning to increase profits to the highest possible level. Example: the company has hired a marketing consultant to recommend how to maximize profits next year. 28. To conduct a business, meaning To operate a business in a particular way. Example, it is important to conduct a business with honesty in order to gain the confidence of consumers. 29. To be made redundant, meaning to lose one's job. Example, the car factory has closed and 1,000 employees have been made redundant. 30. Pension scheme, meaning a system in which you and your employer pay money regularly into a fund to use when you retire from work. Example, one of the benefits of working for a big corporation is that such large companies usually provide a good pension scheme.